Good morning from a chilly day 52 of my Appalachian Trail through hike attempt. Freebird here. So, goal today is to do 15.6 miles, which is going to take me up a little bit in elevation today. And so, yeah, it's going to be a good day. Rain has stopped. It's very overcast. It's going to be chilly next couple days. Very chilly. But if the rain can stay away, I can deal with the chilliness. I just don't want cold and rain. If I can not get both, that'd be ideal. Just finished up a stay at the Quarterway Inn. Had a great time. Really chill. It was self-contained in that house. They had a resupply. They had just a great place to lounge. Got everything I needed to get done early, and I was able to have it just a really chill night. Chuckless and I and a couple others were just hanging out in the downstairs in the living room, passing the guitar around and just enjoying our time. So Kate and Tina, great hostesses. They took great care of us. Had a wonderful breakfast this morning, and that helped to get us on our way. They're a third of the mile off the trail, so didn't have to rely on a shuttle. But also that meant it was really hard to want to get out and leave. Could have just relaxed and stayed there a lot longer. But there's miles to do, so it's time to go get it. This is such a different change of pace. The last several days have been bright blue sunny. And I mean, I love blue skies days, but the rain out here just, this on a day like this, it really highlights just how green everything is coming. It's nice and cool and refreshing. The trail feels good right now, so it's nice to have a little change of pace. Coming up on a little, this is an actual crossover style. So gotta go up and over, not just around. So I think I need both hands for this one, so I'm gonna put the phone away. All right, 2 hours in, passing Knott Mall shelter. Just tiny little spot, not a lot for tenting here, but there's water down there at the Blue Blaze. Fortunately, I have plenty, so I just get to follow the white blazes on. 2 hours in, about coming up on I think 5 miles in. It's been somewhat cruisy, somewhat hilly, but one of the things I'm just remembered is I get to pass across Lick Creek, and the bridge over it is still out, so you have to ford it. So what I don't know is how deep is it going to be. And of course yesterday it was 80 degrees and that water would have been nice, cool, and refreshing. Today it's about 45 degrees, and fortunately I've got sandals. I'll slip those on, keep my feet dry if I need to, but that's kind of weighing on my mind. But that's a problem for 3 miles from now. All right, Checklist is crossing Lick Creek. The bridge is out, and it is about a foot deep, as people talk about. Checklist is so lightweight, he doesn't carry trail shoes. He made it! Victory! All right, now he's gonna film me. He's gotta wait for me to switch out shoes. Okay, camp shoes are on. River's over there. And we've got 2 cameras filming me, so if I fall, we get to watch this in multiple angles. Well, that's brisk. Yeah, that's a cold 45-degree water or so coming off the mountain. Whew. But yeah, thanks, Chuckless. All right, I survived. Cold feet and all. We did it! Yeah, I could have made that fine with shoes on. My shoes would have dried out, and I just would have been hiking with wet feet for a while. But no, but why? I've got the gear. I'm carrying it. So when I send those sandals home, because I really have not been using them at camp anyway, and they're not crazy heavy. But what if they're like 10 ounces? Well, 10 ounces, it still adds up. So I was happy I had them at least for a little bit, but it wasn't crucial. I mean, as I said, I've got all day for these shoes to dry out. If I was fording that river towards the end of the day, then tonight's supposed to be like close to freezing, I might be a little bit more concerned, because then I'd have almost frozen shoes going into the evening, and I would still come put wet shoes on in the morning, so that would be bad. But anyway, we're pressing on. It's about 8.5 miles into the day, and so we're moving along well. Chuckless said he was going to stop for lunch a little bit, so I think I'll finally catch up to him. It's going fast today. We both agreed that the breakfast this morning really fueled us in these temperatures, being cool. I've just made it easier to move, so Checkless is only carrying about 21 pounds. I'm carrying about 30. I can't wait to bring that weight down more. It's funny, down just a moment ago, I ran across Frogger, who was one of the people that shared the school bus while we were waiting out the weather before going into the Smokies. So just crazy how you run into people you'd never think you'd see again. And he saw me, and of course I had changed trail names right around that time, and he didn't recognize me because my ridiculous beard is growing in so full. So he's like, "Oh yeah, you're that colonel, that's right, and we're talking about you." Oh, and he saw that I wasn't with Mountain Turtle, and so I had to talk about that. Coincidentally, that video airs today, so getting a lot of positive comments. How you all miss her. I miss her too. Yeah, I hope you are still following along in the journey at this point in time. She added a lot to the channel, so certainly miss her, and all that she brought, and sharing her with you all, because there's Trilligan, because she's pretty special. So, okay, well, we are about 10 miles into a 16-mile or so day, and I heard that water's going to be a little bit scarce throughout, so I'll have to watch that carefully. It's nice and cool, so I'm not overheated right now, thank goodness. Lunch of snacks. Alright, well, lunch was quick, and now we are making our way uphill about 1,800 or so feet up, gradually over like 4 miles. So just a long gradual up. At the top, shelter where Chuckless is going to stay. I'm going to push on just a little bit further, get to a campsite, which comments read that there is water there, so I'll take it. So on we go.
Still feeling good.
Yeah, and Blue Blaze to water. That great view out there. And behind me is a pond. And a pipe is supposed to be coming out feeding that, or a little stream. So we're gonna get water from the stream. Came up a little bit, not too far from my shelter, then I'm going past that shelter a little bit. That'll work. That's been about the last mile or so, just hanging out in this grassland. Still gradually climbing uphill. We're about 4,200 feet up. Still climbing. All right, made it to Chestnut Knob shelter, which is that shelter that's just over my shoulder. But this has it's on a grassy hilltop, and there's, so it'll be nice and breezy up here tonight on this ridge. But talk about opening up your tent flap and looking out into this valley below. Just so gorgeous. And the ATs can take us all along that ridge line. So I'll be walking that way. I'm gonna head about 1 more hour northbound to get to Walker Gap, and that's where my tent campsite is. So yeah, should get there with some time to spare. So, and it's gonna be a cold night, so I want to get there and get set up, then be ready get my warm meal going, and then be ready to get into my tent. As you can see, it's windy still, but I'm hanging out with this cool puppy. Hello, I just met you and I love you. Oh, should I pet your belly? Oh. All right, I had to film the shelter for just a second because this is one of the few that have a door on it. So, not a bad spot to stay out of the wind and the cold. So yeah, a few platforms. Be closed in because it's plenty windy up here. But yeah, close the door. I don't think there's any bare boxes, they said, or bare cables. And being up here on this exposed ridge, good luck trying to find a tree to throw a line up and hang your food up in. So, but anyway, I'm gonna start heading down the hill, head to my campsite next. All right, so Chuckless is gonna crash here for the night. I'm gonna move on. We've been sticking together for a good, at least a week and a half. Yeah, since Irwin, we kind of off and on it, but then midway through, we've been, so it's been great to formulate plans and meet up at camp and tell stories and get to know each other. This is not goodbye, it's a see you later, because each of us are taking different times off. So we know we'll leapfrog each other. We got each other's contacts, so we're sharing information along the way. But I'll see you down the trail, brother. All right.
It's been awesome, man.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Really enjoyed meeting you and spending time with you and your wife.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are good people. And you know what? If you ever get in Connecticut, or if I ever get in
Wisconsin, yeah.
I'll look you up.
Yeah, Door County, come on up. All right. It's looking out into the town of Burke's Garden. And the Burke's Garden Hostel is supposed to be really good to stay at too. The timing didn't work out. I mean, I could have stayed hostel to hostel, but I do love the idea of platinum blazing and hostel hopping. But at the same time too, it's kind of hard to justify that. And I do want to keep challenging myself out here with just being able to be a bit self-sufficient, finding good campsites and the like. So, step into the hostels certainly when I need it, especially when I need resupply. Goodness knows, a comfortable bed and a hot shower and a good meal, and hanging with good people at the hostel. That's where also some great memories are made. So certainly love my hostels, but I do want to spread them out just a little bit and enjoy them. My next one will be at Weary Feet, not tonight, not tomorrow night, but today is Sunday, so Tuesday night. So yeah, that's my plan for the next hostel. And I do like the hostels that are either really close to the road or you just walk up to them, because no shuttle, you just boom, you walk out when you want to, and you're on the trail. So those are the best kinds of hostels. But there are several that will go out of their way to pick you up, and they are also wonderful. Well, made it to my quiet little campsite at Walker Gap, and see if I can get any company. There's two marked campsites. Both are pretty small. This one has a stream back there just behind me with a little nice, I went and scoped it out. Nice little pipe coming out with a small stream, but enough to collect water from easily if you're patient. So I'm going to set my tent up and get it staked down really well, because it's supposed to be a little windy tonight as well as cold. All right, my friends, that's going to close out day 52. Nice 15.5-mile day. Pretty sure that's the right mileage. Yeah, left the Quarterway hostel, and it was nice. We both, Chuckless and I, were moving pretty well because we both felt refreshed. We had a great breakfast and felt fueled up. And most of the day was actually very cruisy for 4,000 feet of ascent. I'm really actually surprised. Wasn't too bad. A lot of it was very gradual, especially the last climb. So I said farewell to Checklist. We're gonna see each other again down the line, but I'm only like probably a mile away from him right now. I just want to get a little bit further because tomorrow's going to be a big day, over 20 miles. So I think I have this wonderful campsite all to myself. I'd be astonished if anybody came and joined me at this late in the hour, but could always happen. But the nice thing about that is I was hoping to get an early start, and I'm always a little conscious about, trying not to make too much noise if other people are still in their tent, trying to, get a couple of, extra minutes of shut-eye before starting their day. So if I'm here alone, I can just make as much ruckus as I need to as I pack up. Tent's gonna be cold. As soon as that sun drops, I know the temperature is gonna drop with it. I'm already getting layered up, and so happy to get some of my winter clothes that have been unused for quite some time to get some last use out of them before I send them home. Tonight, tomorrow night, cold. That's gonna be hard to motivate me to get out of bed in the morning, but I'll do it. So hope it's not too windy. We'll see what the night brings, but all in all, a good day. So thank you for following along. We'll see you in the next chapter.